This is installation of Heli coils on a spreadbore Holley. The base plate was stripped. 4 of the 8 screws Four of the 8 screws were stripped. This kit comes with the Heli coils that are 1224, I think. So there's a couple of different things you can do to repair Holley. Yeah, this is the correct threads. Holley, there's kits on the internet that are high dollar, like $100 kits. This is 5521-1 Heli coil. I think 1224 threads. So I'm using a ratchet with a square driver. It's a 1/4 square, 8-point socket to drive the in, and I've got 4 stripped. All 4 corners are stripped. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are all stripped, and I'm just all I did was thread all I did was thread. I just drove it down and threaded the I didn't drill anything. And in this case, the threads are gone and there's really nothing to drill. So I just went ahead and just drove it straight through the old there's no threads in there, so I just drove it straight through. Now an alternative is to make a screw that will drop farther down into the old threads down in the bottom, and you can use the threads at the bottom of the stripped area to there's just a few threads left at the bottom that you can use to hold the base plate on. This works pretty well, except for this one doesn't go through. These other ones go through. So you can put the screw all the way out the bottom. You can't do that on that one, so the screw has to be the correct length. So you have to make sure you cut the screw to the right length so that it can bite the threads and have a stop on the base plate. Another thing, these are machine screws that I had to cut the head down on because the other ones have a much smaller. So a quick way to make screws like this is just use cutters, bolt cutters if you have them, because what you can do is line up all of your screws and just use bolt cutters to cut all of the screws, and then use a Dremel or a file and file the screw down smooth so that the threads are ready to go. I made one screw because I was gonna install this base plate on here, and that's why I made one screw to go ahead and put the base plate on. So that's what I was gonna do, but instead of doing that, this Heli coil, all I have to do now is just drive in the threads. I'm gonna clean it, clean the new threads, and then apply probably a small amount of thread lock to the new threads, and just use the tool that came with the kit and screw the new threads in with the tool. After the threads are in, you have to break that tab off, and then it'll have new threads in place of the old stripped out threads. Those are the threads the Heli coil goes in. So that's a quick way to make to repair base plate being stripped on four. These four, for some reason, were stripped out. The other ones still have threads left in them. They're not perfect, but they're not completely stripped out. They still bite. Over torquing your threads. That's the wrong one, is it? No. Over torquing your threads is a good way to strip them out of the it doesn't have to be super tight, it just has to be tight enough to seal the gasket. If that's not where the leak is coming from, then it may be coming from your throttle plate may be loose. This one's a little bit loose. Your throttle plate may be loose. throttle shaft may have to be repaired. But yeah, there's no reason to strip the threads. It's just these. Anyway, this is a double pumper. This is going to be replacing the thermal quad on the '68 Falcon